Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. Remember, you are viewing the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. It's Thursday, the 8th of September, 2022. And you all know every night I do tell you to share our live stream. We are on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. And now, we are on TikTok. Saieed Ali Real Talk on TikTok. So those of you who love to go on TikTok, you know everything is a social media platform in Trinidad and Tobago. So the latest we have is TikTok in Trinidad. Saieed Ali Real Talk, we are on TikTok. So you can search us, Saieed Ali Real Talk on TikTok. We are on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. On YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So viewers, it's Bacchanal Thursday right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, 238-6716 is the number to call in the studio live to voice your concerns and your comments. Now, down to business. I'm a licensed money lender. I am one of the managing director at Real Talk Group of Companies. So those of you who are looking for money borrow, it is not a problem. All you have to have is house and land, a vehicle, you have cash, or you have gold. Call our office on number 14 Caroni Savannah Road at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 267-7325. We also have our office at number 132 Cipero Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. You can contact them at 242-7690. Now viewers, our office in San Fernando and Shogunas open from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. both branches. On Saturdays is 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Contact us. You love to borrow? We love to lend. You are in a position where you have collateral or security to bring to our company. It's not a problem. We will do business. Remember, within 24 to 48 hours time, you get quick approval. And some days, cash on spot. It all depends. Now remember viewers, Real Talk Credit Union, recently we got the okay to go ahead and do savings. You know, in a commercial bank, you will go in and open a savings account for yourself, for the husband, for the wife, for the grandmother, for the brother, the sister, or even the children and grandchildren. On a savings account now, every week or every fortnight or every month, you will put in some money there and you will leave it as a saving for rainy days. At the end of 12 months, that is when you will get an annual increase in the commercial bank. Let's say a 0.25% or 0.5%, something like that. At Real Talk Credit Union information, you're going to get up to 2% on the cash that you have on that savings account for 12 months. Let's say during the year you save up to $100,000. You're getting 2% on that $100,000 at the end of 12 months. In a commercial bank, such as Royal Bank, Republic Bank, Scotia Bank, just to name a few banks we have in Trinidad, at the end of that 12 months, they might give you 0.25% or 0.5%. You might make a 500, you might make 1,000. But at Real Talk Credit Union information, you're getting 2% guaranteed. Now Trinidad and Tobago, you all will know by now, after 4 years of being on television, having my own security company, my own money lending company, we also buy and sell vehicles. You know, I'm into real estate. You would have a fair understanding that Saieed Ali and Real Talk Group of Company is a stable company in Trinidad and Tobago who love to do charity also, by the way. I just always tell people, it is charity that paved the way for Saieed. And I also encourage you all to give. Like when we have our food drive, we give away a Range Rover, we give away a van, we give away a BMW. You see, I go tell you something. I am a Muslim. And charity is one of the pillars that I believe in. And it has paved the way for me with a clean heart. With a clean heart. So Real Talk Group of Company is a stable, solid company in Trinidad and Tobago. Just imagine, me alone, me, Saieed, have maintained 4 years of being on Synergy Television without even asking anyone to contribute, not even for an ad to pay a worker. And now, since last year, somewhere in November, December, I have been telling you all that very soon, Real Talk Credit Union will be birthed in Trinidad and Tobago. About 2 days back, we got the approval to go ahead and start opening savings account for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We got the approval. I told you, everything I set my heart to do, and every single thing that I go after, I, Saieed Ali, become victorious. You know why? I think I'm so handsome. It is the grace of God. It's the grace of God that have me like this. It's the grace of God that is opening closed doors. So here's the reason why when I said that, you know what, I'm doing a food drive and I need your support. When you contribute to Saieed's food drive, you also give with a good heart, a conscious spirit, and a clear mind. And these are the things that God would never forsake. A broken heart and a contrite spirit is the first set of people, or is the first set of spirit that he will come down to and make sure that they are okay. A broken heart and a contrite spirit. Always remember that. Hence the reason why Real Talk Group of Company is growing. Hence the reason why Real Talk with Saieed Ali became the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Hence the reason why my money business is establishing not only local, but international. Just now you'll hear Real Talk aeroplane. Who tell me to say that? Tell director? Who tell me to say Real Talk plane just now? But very soon it will be a reality. So hopefully, from the month of October, give or take, everything will put into place, software system, computers, tellers, security. You could be able to open a savings account at Real Talk Credit Union information. Imagine that. And you're getting 2%, not 0.25%, not 500 or 1,000. You're getting 2,000 or 100,000 at the end of 12 months. It's a saving. And remember, we also have our fixed deposit system running at 3.5%. I tell you what, my Real Talk Group of Companies, we're mashing up things in Trinidad. We're breaking down closed doors. I am opening doors for you for betterment. For betterment. And while I'm at it tonight, I just want to give a little shout out to a good friend of mine. His name is Vade in Princestown. Auto Spot Parts Place is his business. That's just on the corner on the St. Cross Junction. Like if you're heading to the going up the New Grand side here, as a past St. Cross Junction, you will see a parts place on the right hand side before the supermarket. He's a good friend of mine. Love to support me. So Trinidad and Tobago, let's get down to business. It's Thursday, the 8th of December. Queen Elizabeth II has died. The Queen passed at Balmoral Place in Scotland today at the age of 96. Queen Elizabeth II was officially the world's longest reigning monarch. In the summer of 1955, the health of the King George V entered into a serious decline, and the Princess Elizabeth represented him at the Trooping, the Color, and the various other states occasions. On October 7th, she and her husband set out on a highly successful tour of Canada and Washington, D.C. after Christmas in England. She and the Duke set out in January 1952 for a tour of Australia and New Zealand, but en route at Sangana and then Kenya, news reached them of the King's death on February 6th, 1952. So condolences to the royal family. They down there and we are up here. Imagine that. But nevertheless, condolences to the family. So viewers, great news for Trinidad and Tobago. As Keith Rowley would say, we have hit a milestone. But I'm still wondering, what the hell is this milestone? Top executives at BP have reiterated their commitment to working with Trinidad and Tobago government on the future development of this country's energy sector. The assurance were given during a meeting today between Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and BP's Chief Executive Officer, Bernard Looney, at the company's global headquarters at St. James Square in London. The PM's office reported that BP provided an update to Dr. Rowley on their plans of future gas production, including the sanctioning of new projects. The discussion also touched on the progress of the Atlantic LNG restructuring negotiation, which is expected to be finalized soon. That is all they say, soon. The PM used the opportunity to reinforce with BP the future fabrication of platforms and other infrastructures could be done in Trinidad and Tobago. Minister of Energy and Energy Industry Stuart Young, who also carries a portfolio of minister in the office of the Prime Minister, was present with the PM at the meeting. The PM will travel to the Netherlands later today, where he is expected to meet with executives from Shell on Friday morning. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. Look how time flies. It is already 7:15. We are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about the distribution of over 63,000 devices between 2018 and 2022. We'll be back after this.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Sipera Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Caller, good night.
Good night, good night. This is your original imitation vaccine vagrant.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Mr. Saeed, what are they doing to the Paria Commission of Inquiry? The AG, as Paro say, back. The President, back. And the Prime Minister and Stuart Young deliberately left the country at the start of it.
Correct.
You remember these three offices I just called there? Allegedly colluded for the collapse of the police commissioner to remove and not appoint Gary Griffith again.
They did some adjustment to the laws as well.
Right. So
for the selecting process.
I want to know who's protecting. Somebody made a decision to shut off the valve or something, or to snub the life of those people. Who was it? An accident they do that? Was it deliberate they do that? Or was it planned? Because it's 4 lives, and them fellas, our government officials and the Prime Minister, the President, and then apparently treating the family with scant courtesy.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And I want to know, where is the police investigation?
Correct.
4 persons died. Police supposed to be investigating. They don't have to way back. What happened to Jacob? He has no intelligence. There's 4 people. We don't know if it was that deliberate or it was murder. He has to investigate and say, no, is this, is that, or is the other? But they're hiding who make the decision. And you know what I want to throw into the spoke of the wheel? You remember when that man went to meet the Ayatollah? He came back to Trinidad, and he ran from the press conference like he had IBS. That is the same time the Bacchanal going down in Paria, and they were trying and not trying and things like that. Did he speak to the chairman, and did he make the decision? I want somebody to be held accountable for 4 lives of citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and I want citizens and taxpayer to tell the President to put back all taxpayers' money. You can't be silent on the POLSC when it collapsed.
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. Loud and clear. And I hope Trinidad and Tobago understand that. So we're moving on now, viewers, to the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education has advised that the latest acquisition of 7,000 laptops brings the total number of devices acquired by the Ministry of Education between 2018 and 2022 for distribution to students and teachers to 63,410 devices. In 2018, 13,600 laptops were acquired and distributed to students and teachers. Between 2020 and 2022, a total of 49,810 were acquired by the Ministry of Education via government procurement. You want to hear that? 49,810 were acquired by the Ministry of Education via government procurement. But didn't they say they didn't have any money to buy laptops? And ask corporate Trinidad and Tobago to contribute. How many of you all remember that? One businessman was waiting for US currency to be released to him in order to purchase about 2,000 or 3,000 laptops to give to the government to distribute to students. That's the photo. How many students in Trinidad and Tobago qualified for a laptop from the government? How much? They are telling us how much they acquired. They are telling us how much they distributed. But do we really believe that's the figure? I don't know, I'm just asking a question. You see, everything the Ministry of Education does in Trinidad and Tobago, I question it. They had no money to buy laptops for students, but they have money to give to hotelers. Allah, come on, Trinidad and Tobago, don't be foolish. Don't be foolish and don't just let it slide. Because your child deserves a laptop or a tablet. I remember in 2021, I believe, the government needed 63,000 laptops. They had no money to buy laptops, but they could have given hotel money to paint over the hotel. We're talking about hotels that exist in Trinidad and Tobago for decades. Prior to the pandemic, these hoteliers did not have a savings. I'm just inquiring. You're around for a decade and you have no savings to paint over? None? Students didn't have laptops, but the Education Ministry, 2 years of school closed. 2 years of money being allocated to the Ministry of Education to pay teachers while school closed. Where did that allocation went? Somebody say something. Where did that allocation went? I remember $500,000, I believe, was allocated to agriculture. And they take it from agriculture. Finance Minister take it from agriculture and give it to another department. That 500 never went back to agriculture. But I must believe now, I side must believe when the Ministry of Education said that they have collected and distributed 63,410 laptops. I must believe that. Do you believe that? Donation of 22,000 under the Adopt a School program, 460 by CAF, and 350 from UNICEF. This gave a total of 63,410 between 2018 to 2022. The latest tranche of 7,000 devices are currently being distributed. Distribution to teachers between 2021 and 2022 was just over 9,000, in addition to the 10,000 Wi-Fi devices distributed to teachers and students at ECCE primary schools and secondary schools. Imagine that. Imagine that. Now, how many students got devices? Students had to do a means test in order to get a device. The total figure, well, I believe, was somewhere around 63,000 devices they needed. 63,000 devices, give or take, were needed because there were 63,000 students without device. So how many students in Trinidad and Tobago did the means test and passed it? Somebody say something. Somebody say something. Nobody ever say nothing. Nobody ever say nothing. Nevertheless, viewers, nevertheless, I made sure and I sweat. My nights turned into a day with work in order to make sure I had the money to provide devices for my 2 sons. I did extra work at night just to make sure I had funding. Imagine that. Imagine that. But what we go do? Nobody has say nothing. Nobody ever say nothing. We would just sit by, idle some, and watch the government do what they think is best for us. So come 26th of September 2022, when Colin Imbert says the gas price is going up again, I want to see what you all will do on the 27th of September 2022. Are we going to just lie down and take it? Are we going to keep our protests like what France did and almost burn down? What are we going to do? You see, we in Trinidad, we are accustomed keeping one-day protests. Because you know why? That is all we can spare, a couple hours. You go out and you protest for a couple hours, you get burned in the sun, you drink a case of water, you go home back, next day you go to work, and you expect something to change. In France, when they rose the gas price, they nearly burned down France. These citizens of France. How many of you all remember that? That was a protest. What happened? Gas price went back down immediately. In Trinidad, we cannot stay away 2 days or 3 days from our work. You know why? You want to know why? Saeed, I get in 200 a day, and that is 600. I will lose my 600. I will lose 1 day with 200, and maybe something might happen if 10,000 people come out. But the ministry that governs Trinidad and Tobago presently, they understand that the most Trinidadian going and protest for is 1 day, a couple of hours, sing, dance, get on, ting, 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 ting. Next day they're going back to work. That is already set in the minds of the ministers that govern Trinidad and Tobago. But we want something to change. When I wanted a legislation or a bill, I pounced on it for days and weeks until I got it. They couldn't take on Saieed again. You know what? Let me carry this into Parliament. Let me just debate it for showcase sake and let me pass it. Because Saieed will rest until this pass. I protest on national television. I demand on national television. I make my stands on national television. You know why? I know who I go in at. And ministers don't like to be exposed. They don't like to see somebody coming after them and exposing them. They don't like that. Hence the reason why I got so much legislations and amendment when I pressed for it, when I demanded it. You feel that easy? Boy, I will light my light 3 o'clock in the morning and bet your last dollar you're getting it. Oh, by the way, for those of you who doesn't know, I'm a spiritual consultant. I do like my partner Navin. 3 o'clock in the morning, I go into my prayer room. Navin lighting the light, the Pundit lighting their light, the Baptist lighting their light, the Christian lighting their candle, and Saeed lighting his light too. Because I want God to shine on me. So here what we're going to do. We're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the Amalgamated Workers Union accepted a 4% increase from the period of 2014 to 2016. When we come back, we're going to have a discussion.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Realtalk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Realtalk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Realtalk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670 or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Realtalk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Realtalk Group of Companies Limited.
Welcome back to Realtalk viewers. The executives of the Amalgamated Workers Union has renegotiated and accepted a 4% increase for the period of 2014 to 2016 as well as 2017 to 2019 along with other conditions. According to a press release, August 29, 2022, the executives of Amalgamated Workers Union took the decision to renegotiate and bring to a closer a period of negotiation and bargaining in 2014. Now, aside from the 4% increase, for the 2 periods captured above, the Amalgamated Workers Union agreed to the following. Listen carefully here. A one-time lump sum payment of $4,000 for workers who retired compulsory or voluntarily with permission or on the ground of ill health. Hey, let me tell you something. This is so outrageous. Number 2, scholarship opportunities for both academic and vocational training program. Number 3, you could tell me you're trying to give them a scholarship for $4,000? Come now, man. Number 3, while negotiating, it was discovered that there were disparities in the premiums and allowance received by workers of the POSC and other corporations. Number 4, it was also agreed that parties will undertake a job evaluation. Well, that is the end of it right there. Number 4 is the end of it right there. They would look at every little thing to break your service, break you down, and what you would end up with? Zilch, nada. With condition, they got a 4% increase. So I wonder, since prison officers are in negotiation, Police are in negotiation. Coast Guard are in negotiation. Public servants are in negotiation. What is the CPO going to tell them? You tell me, Trinidad and Tobago. You tell me. Hey, it's such a sad thing, boy. It's such a sad thing. This is a stinking shame. It's a stinking shame. They have to bargain for what belongs to them with conditions. With conditions. It sucks to know that I have spent 10 years working, and when they evaluate me within that 10 years, would I have my job or am I going home? Because I have decided to take this 4% increase under conditions. So one would ask, why did Amalgamated took the 4%? And the 4% increase with conditions. Why it is that the other parties that are involved on the round table with an increase is not being awarded these conditions? Why? Tell me why. Because it sucks and it stinks. You go tell me I work in and I had to accept a 4% increase with conditions? With conditions? How many of you are for this? Amalgamated workers now stands at a point where they will be asking themselves, should I continue here or should I leave? You tell me. You tell me. And then some of you always say, Saieed, you're talking nonsense. You reach in that position and then you would know. There's a saying that the old people used to say that, who in the kitchen will feel the heat? Who in the kitchen now? The amalgamated workers. With conditions of an increased 4%. Wow. They really, really know how to work the workers. They really, really know how to do that. Moving along. Chairman of the Commission of Inquiry is investigating the tragic death of 4 divers in February has complained that its work was hampered and delayed by a lack of resources. Queen Counsel Jeremy Lynch claimed that the commissioner only recently received furniture at its office at the Southern Academy of the Performing Arts, its SAPA in South. Now, he pleaded for the tools that was needed to assist them, as he noted that it is still lacked office supply such as printer, paper, and even pens. Hey, this really, really sucks, you know. Really suck. You mean Paria couldn't provide these things and they're raking in millions of dollars and they're boasting how much money they're making? I wonder, all these individuals who hold high position in Paria, if that was their son or their daughter or their daughter husband or some of them father died there, what would have happened? I hope they could play the game of do so and like so. I wonder what would have happened. Lynch assured that the commissioner will do everything to make up for the time. Listen to this.
I do not know if the Honourable Keith Rowley is now sitting on the floor as a result of having his offices plundered, but the fact is we've got somewhere to sit which makes up for it in some way. I await with some considerable concern for pens to write with, paper to write on, printers to print on, scanners to scan with, the internet to connect to. The upshot is that we are falling behind, and I wish to emphasise that it is not the responsibility of any of those who are sitting here on this side that we have had this slip in timing. I want to assure everyone that we will do everything we can to make up that time.
So when you tell yourself Saeed didn't know what he was saying, you heard it for yourselves. So this took place in February, the deaths. The divers' death took place in February. March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months to put some bloody hell desk in an office in San Fernando for the commissioners of inquiry to be launched into the death of the divers. No, they don't have pencils, they don't have paper, they don't have ink, they don't have printer. You think they care about the deaths? Ask yourself that. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yes. The situation that without focus, then people and then put a rope around their neck and don't hang themselves early. Because at the end of the day, they have no future. And let me put across something. A certain gentleman had a conversation with me and said a meeting was held and somebody told them that they have money to feed X amount of generation. So they don't care. They're doing them a favor. At the end of the day, the money that them getting is chicken feed money. Them can't pay about anything else. Now you come and you get a 4% on condition. That is just putting a rope around your neck and hang yourself because you have no benefit to get at the end of your life or the end of your job or whatever you want to put it. Then again, there are rumors that a certain company wants to take over the prison service. Now, when you really look at the prison service of the type of things that is going on and how the prison officers and life is at risk and all this sort of things, somebody has to be behind it to gain something because that can happen just so. A man can call a shot from inside the prison and a man just on the outside and out the light. You have to have somebody big behind the show, and people need to understand that and read that. When they come and they do so now, and they come and they raise gas price, and the gas price come and increase, and according to what you're saying, you and I will go out in the street, we will make yourself a fool, you know, because the rest of everybody sitting down home looking to depend on our strength. Then I want to come out, well, this happened, that happened, and the next one, and that is why I always say, Mr. Said, when you see people in problem and they beg and leave them there and don't help them, you know, because they are the ones who try to help themselves. So they only like to depend on the blood and sweat of another man. When he's trying to do something to help himself, like what you say, you spend hours to make sure that the children have what they have. I will do the same thing too. But our next man will look for a handout from you and me to do the same thing that he's supposed to be doing. What he's doing with his time and his money. Have a pleasant night.
Thank you, my friend. Let me tell you something. All you feel that was bacchanal? You feel not having printers and pen and papers was a bacchanal? It's Bacchanal Thursday right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Listen this. Listen this. To date, he said, the Commission has received 40 separate statements from witness. Over 30 separate documents resulting in over 4,000 pages of materials. But there is no one to process it. I feel like joking. Listen to this.
To date, we have received something in the order of 40 separate statements from witnesses, over 30 separate documents, resulting in a total of some 4,500 pages of material, videos, photographs, and a plethora of correspondence. We have no one to process it. There's a limit to what one lady can do.
Side lion? Side lion? The host of Real Talk with Saieed Ali, is he telling a lie? That individual that you saw there is the chairman of the Commissioner of Inquiries investigating the tragic death of 4 divers in February. He also added that he regrets that the commission was unable to process the matter beyond reading and made an apology to members of the family and the general public. You think an apology would bring back the death of one of those divers? Does the government really care? Does Paria really care? You could tell me 6 months down the road, after Paria making millions of dollars in declaring their profit and loss, you're going to tell me 6 damn months down the road, they now get 10,000 to buy some chairs? Yes, that's it. So listen to this last video.
And so it falls for me to tell you that whilst we stand ready to do that which we are charged to do, we cannot do so without the basic tools to carry it out. To those whose responsibility it is to equip, I ask publicly, please help us do our job. Go the extra mile to provide us with the necessary tools to carry out this inquiry without further delay. With your help, we can get to the bottom of this tragedy in timely order. To those who have complied with our request to provide evidence and documents in support in timely fashion, you have our thanks. And I regret that we have been unable to progress the matter beyond reading and collating. To those who await answers as to how and why their loved ones died, and to the general public, you have our unreserved apology that this Commission of Inquiry has been delayed yet again. It's not fair, it's not right.
So now Trinidad and Tobago, when you tell yourself, Saieed just coming up here and just talking, and you would say, oh, well, the commissioner, it is going on, you know, they are taking their time. They don't have materials. After 6 months, they got some chairs and some desks. What about the pen? What about the printer? They have over 4,000 pages in materials. They have 40 separate statements, over 30 separate documents. And you're going to say, I lie. You heard it from the commissioner himself. You heard it from the chairman himself. And what do we do? What do we do? Do we just let it slide? 4 died. 4 died. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you something. If the company was interested, if the government, I wouldn't say the government, I'll pull back that statement. If the energy sector in Trinidad and Tobago was serious about finding out how those divers died, they would have done that already. But they do business about you. 6 months down the road, you mean the Commissioner of the Inquiry now sitting on a chair? But we're going into the 21st century proud. We're going in like some donkey-head donkey into the 21st century. You know why? You know why I said that? Donkey-head donkeys. You know why? Because we still want to go and sit down on a bull cat and cut cane. That is what we want to do. We don't want to learn 1 and 1 is 2. All we want to hear is about a file and a gilpin, and we're good to go with that. I'm not bad talking to farmers, you know. I'm not bad talking to farmers. Because farmers are looking to educate themselves in agriculture so they would know what insect spray to spray, what fertilizer to use, how to enhance their garden. But Saieed wrong. Saieed shouldn't say those things. Companies too lackadaisical. Let me tell you something. If this incident did happen in some other countries like Europe or in Asia or in England or in France or in Canada or in Japan or in the USA or in Dubai, you think 6 months after the commissioner of the chairman of the commission of inquiries would I be sitting on a chair 6 months after? That matter would have probably wrapped up in about 3 to 4 months. It is such a stinking, dirty, nasty shame that 6 months down the road, the chairman could now get a chair to sit down on. And you want to tell me a company that is collecting millions of dollars in profit, they didn't have money to buy a chair for the chairman to sit down? They cannot buy a printer? It's so sad, eh? It's so sad. But that video that just played on Real Talk just went international. You know who got the bad name? You know which company got the stink name? You be the judge of that now. And let's hear what people have to say in oil companies outside of Trinidad and Tobago. I tell you, we have some people in Trinidad and Tobago that embarrass our country on international levels. No wonder why some of them doesn't want to do business with us. They doesn't want to do business with us. Such a stinking shame. The office of the president is distancing itself from complaints about under-resourcing for the Commission of Inquiries into the Paria tragedy by its chairman, Queen Counsel Jerome Lynch. That's the guy who you just saw in the video. After Lynch's statement of the procedural hearing about the lack of resources for the commissioner to do its work, the Attorney General, Regional Armour, also distanced himself from the arrangement and pointed the media at the office of the president. So here we have it now, Trinidad and Tobago. It is finally here. Regional Armour, the Attorney General for Trinidad and Tobago, pointed the media to the president. You understand what I'm saying? He pointed to the president. In return, the president office is distancing themselves now from what? From what? I didn't hear earlier. So it started. It started. Not Armour saying, Regional Armour is saying, is the president's office. The president's office is now distancing himself. So who is the third individual now, or the third office now, that is about to receive the ball? Who knows? We don't know. And the blame game just started. Now let's talk to my Trinidad and Tobago. What kind of news are getting on Real Talk? No wonder why we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Saieed, who funded your program? You know what? John Doe contributed 10,000 and he ran an ad. And then John Doe called Saieed, 3391670. Hello, this is Saieed. Saieed, this is John Doe. You see how you're bashing the Armour and then you're bashing the president? Don't do that now. And I give you 10,000 to run an ad. Well, here's Saieed. Well, come down to my office Monday now and we go talk. Take your blasted 10,000 and go from my building. Come and collect your 10,000 that you're paying in your ad and get out my compound. Because there are 4 families that lost loved ones at the blasted game. The game has started in Trinidad and Tobago. Armour blame the president distancing. And there we go. So you know what next? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is going to come out of this Commissioner of Inquiries of the death of the 4 divers. Bet your last, let me tell you something. If you have 10 cents, bet it. If you have 10 cents, bet it. Nothing ain't coming out. 6 months down the road, the chairman now got a chair to sit down. Where was Armour all the time? Where was the president office all the time? Where is Stuart Young and the energy sector in Trinidad and Tobago? Where are they? If it was a blasted family, or para fueling, if it was a father or a mother or somebody who's sitting around the negotiation table, you'd say how fast that watch me, that chairman would be about $50,000 the chairman sitting down in. Do you feel like business about them? You feel like business about them? 4 divers lost their life. 4 families lost loved ones. Which loved one they lost? Which loved one they lost? You tell me. Let me tell you something. Tonight is a different night. Tonight is a different night. The blame game has started in Trinidad and Tobago. And all you want to tell me, Saieed, don't say nothing? Let me tell you something. That should have been one of my brother. That should have been one of my cousin. That should have been my father, brother. That should have been my mother, sister, husband. All of that here, what o'clock? Take what I telling all you. Take what I telling all you. And the blame game have started. Who cares? Who cares? I'm appointing the president declining. And where we going from there? Where we going from there? Where's the Minister of Energy? Oh God, he down in Scotland Yard. Call her good night.
A very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
Go ahead, you're live.
Take a deep breath, relax a little bit. So this entire thing is so shameful.
Boy.
I mean, the president is distancing herself. The Attorney General is saying it's not him. And one thing I want all you to make sure all you do, please do not interrupt the Prime Minister and the Energy Minister from their honeymoon. Don't call them and tell them anything. The people on the honeymoon, leave them alone. But this thing, it is imploding before it even starts. I am afraid and I am worried and concerned. What's going to happen if this is how this thing started? If this is on the Commission of Inquiry, millions of dollars is going to be spent. What the hell really happened in all the best?
Caller, it's so sad. Viewers, we are out of time. Oh God, I do apologize for this. We are out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, we're going to pick it up on another night. Viewers, I am Saieed Ali. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Remember, our rerun of this program is at 11:30 from 12:30 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, on Synergy Station. If you missed it tonight, you could pick it up in the morning. Until we meet again, Alkamazur Kabaila Inta, Zarkina Sodo La Anta. Anybody in Trinidad and Tobago who have money could get away with anything. Good night.